This is ABC 7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Haley is in Philadelphia for our special coverage of the Democratic National Convention. We'll check in with her in just a few minutes, but right now, here's a live look at the Wells Fargo Center where the nominating process is taking place right now. Hillary Clinton is set to become the first female presidential nominee of a major U.S. party. Prior to this roll call, elected officials from various states gave their nominating speeches both for Clinton and Senator Bernie Sanders, who is in attendance, as he said last night that he would be. We'll head back out live to Philadelphia shortly, but first, here on the Suncoast, a meeting that set out to strengthen the relationship between law enforcement and the community in Sarasota is being met with some mixed reviews. The meeting was organized by Sarasota's NAACP and Police Department at the Robert L. Taylor Center. That conversation held as tensions are high between law enforcement and communities across the nation. More than 100 people attended, including Sarasota's chief of police.
I actually expect more from the officers than you do. I expect them to follow the law and treat people with dignity and respect because they represent me. They represent all law enforcement.
There was nothing definite that was said that they would specifically change.
I think with the pain of the past, it can be hard to have civil communication, but we've got to work at it. We've got to do it because we're in this boat together.
Chief DePino says the meeting was productive. Some in attendance were disappointed the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office was not in attendance. Construction on the long-delayed Lift Station 87 project in Sarasota is getting underway in just a few days now. That project is expected to cost $32 million, and it will replace an outdated wastewater facility. It will be done in 3 phases and include micro-tunneling under the Hudson Bayou and construction of a new Lift Station 87 facility. This will force the closure of the Osprey Avenue Bridge starting on August 1st. City officials say the project is essential because it will take the place of an outdated lift station.
The Lift Station 7, it's nearing the end of its life, and it does serve 1/3 of the city. So there's a very significant importance to this lift station and transporting the wastewater to the treatment plant on 12th Street for processing.
The project won't be finished until the year 2020. As for that Osprey Bridge, it's expected to be closed for at least 1 year. Crews are working on controlling a wildfire on Egmont Key. No one lives on the Key, but it is a popular spot for boaters, and all non-emergency personnel have been evacuated from the island, which is north of Anna Maria Island and west of the Skyway Bridge, right at the entrance to Tampa Bay. Crews with Florida Forestry, Florida State Park, and Fish and Wildlife are responding. They're using a helicopter to survey the blaze. The DEP says the fire was sparked by a bolt of lightning. Let's get the latest on our weather this evening with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Yeah, I've been to that island a few times just across the Tampa Bay area there from Manatee County, and the lightning strikes that occur sometimes the day before can start to fire the day after as a result of that area that was hit by lightning kind of smoldering throughout the overnight hours, and that may have been the case with that. We have this low pressure area moving into the lower Mississippi Valley right now, and also southeasterly flow bringing a little convergence set up along the sea breeze front, but the moisture availability in the atmosphere is really quite low considering what time of year we're at here. We have some drier air moving in from the east, and showers and storms still around earlier today into Englewood, Venice, traveling up to Palmer Ranch, and then places to the north near the Meadows and I-75. You can see that rainfall. This particular cell starting to wind down. Still some light rainfall near University Park and also just to the west of I-75 near the Meadows, stretching up toward DeSoto and also near Palm Air. Another line of showers to the east of Lakewood Ranch. We'll have to keep an eye on this. Not producing a lot of rough weather, but still some moderate to heavy rainfall at times near Verna. An occasional lightning strike, all that kind of moving due west at 10 miles an hour. And it looks as though we will continue to see scattered showers this evening, but not a lot of widespread heavy rainfall for a long duration. 89 degrees right now. The heat index has dropped a little bit to 97 and had been as high as 104. The dew point at 73 degrees. We have a west to southwest wind at 6. And the pressure now 30.01 inches. That's falling slightly at this time. However, we do have some clouds and showers that are around that will continue to move off toward the west-northwest. Well, much more in our weather forecast, obviously, coming up in just a few minutes. Scott, back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Day one of the Democratic National Convention began with much controversy over those leaked DNC emails suggesting some inside the organization were working against Senator Bernie Sanders. But it ended with Sanders himself as the headlining speaker of the night, giving his full endorsement to Hillary Clinton for president. He also reviewed all that he and his supporters had accomplished through the primary season. Speaking to California delegates in Philadelphia today, Sanders was met with boos when reinforcing his endorsement for Clinton.
It is easy to boo, but it is harder to look your kids in the face who would be living under a Donald Trump presidency.
That's Bernie Sanders this morning. He also spoke to Florida delegates this morning, pretty much telling them the same thing at their breakfast. Now let's get to our special live coverage of the Democratic National Convention. ABC 7's Haley Wilgus and Alan Cohn are at the Wells Fargo Arena in Philadelphia, where the nominating process is still underway right now. Haley, Alan?
Scott, what a day it's been. It seems like we have so much happening at those Florida delegation breakfasts, and right now we're watching the roll call vote nominating process get underway. Alan, it seems like that the message has been forging some unity within the party.
Absolutely, Hallie, and the fun fact is, anything you need to know about this Democratic National Convention, all you have to do is show up at the Florida Breakfast for Delegates. If you remember, it was yesterday that Florida Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who is the head of the DNC, was chased from the room by angry Bernie delegates over the email situation. Today, Bernie Sanders himself came to that room and implored his supporters to get behind Hillary Rodham Clinton. And afterwards, former U.S. Senator Bob Graham walked the room trying to take the temperature of Bernie Sanders supporters.
I believe the vast majority are intelligent people. They understand that now the choice is not Bernie or Hillary. It is Hillary or Donald Trump. They're going to be strong supporters for Hillary.
Well, Haley, it continues to be a work in progress.
Yes, it does. And it just proves what we already knew, that Florida is crucial for this election. After Bernie Sanders spoke, we had Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi, and we also had Senator Al Franken. Then we caught up with Mayor Bob Buckhorn, who told us even more about why it's so important that Hillary Clinton win the state of Florida.
That tells you where Florida is in the scheme of things. I mean, we're a competitive state. It's a state we have to win. You know, Florida gets decided in the I-4 corridor from Sarasota all the way up to Orlando. That's where the battle is fought. That's where the swing voters are. That's where the field organization makes a difference. And so I think the fact that they are here tells you exactly where we stand in that national spectrum.
And speaking tonight, former President Bill Clinton will have more on that at 11. Scott, back to you.
All right, we look forward to that coverage again at 7 and again tonight at 11 o'clock. A Manatee County student facing what would be the first expulsion in the district history in years. Straight ahead, details on an alleged incident and how social media is involved.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Florida Studio Theater presents The Roommate by Jen Silverman, now playing through August 7th. Brooklyn meets Iowa City when Sharon finds a sensible roommate, but it's far from what she expected. Don't miss what critics are saying is laugh out loud funny, with unexpected turns and emotional depth. The Roommate is now playing through August 7th. Purchase tickets now by calling 941-366-9000 or visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
The Manatee County School District is looking into an apparent case of cyberbullying. The district will decide whether an 8-year-old student accused of threatening another student on social media will be expelled from the district. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates has more.
So-called trolling and other methods of attacking people on social media is nothing new. But one local student will soon learn that what is said here on social media can have real-life consequences.
The Student Code of Conduct enumerates expectations as well as consequences for certain conduct.
Manatee County School District Attorney Mitchell Teitelbaum is explaining the recommendation to expel an 8th grade student accused of threatening a classmate on social media.
There has to be a strict line taken by the district, by the board, that will prevent this type of occurrence or any type of occurrence in the future.
While the district could not provide specific details about the incident, we did learn the student is a male, and whatever was said on social media violated the district's violent acts as well as bullying rules. Life coach Damon Harper has worked with students who've been cyberbullied, and he stresses the importance of taking these kind of threats seriously.
Then it will build up, fester, and it'll come to a certain point like a volcano, and you've got to do something about it, because if you don't, it's going to eat you alive, and it has killed people. There's been many teenage suicides because of this.
Harper says in many cases, bullying victims go through many of the same issues as those experiencing major physical trauma.
Any type of bullying is abuse, whether it's directly, indirectly, but it's also in the same, in my opinion, the same case as I've seen many times over and over, no matter who you are. It's like rape.
And while the details of the alleged threat that could lead to the forced expulsion in the district in several years have not been made public, district officials stress their goal is student safety.
Important because any violence, threats of violence, intimidation or otherwise, it is student welfare, health and safety. It's paramount, and it needs to be protected.
The student accused of making the cyber threats waived his rights to a hearing, and the school board is expected to move forward with the expulsion process. Bobeth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Bobeth, thank you. We'll have more news and your forecast right after this.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC 7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Access our special on our ABC 7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Come uncork your inner artist at Painting with a Twist. Bring your favorite bottle of wine and appetizers and enjoy an evening out with friends to celebrate any special occasion. It's perfect for a girls' night out, birthday parties, or a fun date night. Painting with a Twist offers 2 or 3 hour classes that are instructed by local artists, and there is no experience required. We now have 2 convenient locations in Sarasota and Bradenton. Visit our website to view our calendar and schedule your next party today.
I chose today to mow my grass.
Oh.
And it was hot.
Yeah, hot this morning.
It was too hot to do it.
It's a little bit too hot out there to do much of anything, really. Although these afternoon showers are nice, that kind of cool us down a little bit. Heat index at one point was 104 degrees this afternoon.
I believe it.
I think we're going to be a little hotter, too, over the next couple of days at least, because more sunshine around, and that will translate into a little bit more heat, just a little bit more. And it looks like just a few showers to cool us down. That's what we had today. Hopefully, these clouds that are around now will clear out just in time to spot the International Space Station going on by tonight at around 9:26. In fact, right at 9:26 should make its appearance in the southwest sky, about a fist above the horizon, and then move to the northeast. The duration will be 6 minutes. Should be a pretty good look at that. And the maximum height is 71 degrees above the horizon, which is pretty high, so that'll be fun. Hopefully the skies will clear for where you are. Siesta, this was last night, another thunderstorm blowing up late in the evening. The sky was just lit up last night as those storms were around. And at Lakewood Ranch, there's some rain nearby, but most of the heavy rain fell down south into Venice, also near Osprey, Nokomis, and Palmer Ranch, and then it's kind of shifted off basically to the north, and not a whole lot of activity going on today, not nearly as much as it could be for this time of year. Now, we do have some rain still lingering near Northport, but not much. Some showers just to the east of Punta Gorda. And that rain I mentioned earlier that moved through parts of Sarasota is now just north of Lakewood Ranch. State Road 70, 64, Waterleaf getting some heavy rainfall. And down to street level we go. You can see that Lakewood Ranch Boulevard, some pretty heavy rainfall. You'll notice not a lot of lightning strikes with this particular cell at this point. It could generate some down the road as it heads towards Parrish. Some near Duet. There's a few strikes there in the northeast corner of Manatee County. I mentioned Northport. They had some heavier rainfall earlier. That has since moved on. A few showers just to the east of Port Charlotte. These may clip parts of Northport, but for the most part, not as many showers and thunderstorms expected over the next 48 hours. Right now it's 89. The heat index, you factor in the humidity, feels like 97 degrees. We have a west to southwest wind at 6, and the pressure holding steady right now, in fact, at 30.01 inches. 94 the high, a few degrees shy of the record 97. This morning's low was at 77 degrees, and that too running high. No rainfall officially at the airport. For the month, anyway, near the coast, we haven't had as much rain as we would normally expect for this month. We're 2 inches below average there at the airport. 91 in Jacksonville, 3 degrees warmer in Orlando. It's 89 now in Miami, and temperatures where it's been raining has cooled down a little bit. Northport, although, starting to rebound now at 86. 86 in Venice Gardens, still 91 in Bradenton. Save in Avon Park and Wauchula at 83 degrees. Well, here's your hourly forecast tomorrow. Looks to be a warm start, upper 70s. We'll warm up to the low 90s by 1 o'clock. A few showers in the afternoon and an isolated thunderstorm. Not out of the question tomorrow afternoon, but the rain chances pretty small as a result of this. Dry air that you see here on our scale continues to kind of move in our direction, although thinning out a bit, but still that trail will move right through us tomorrow, and that will give us less chance of storms. But with heat actually up in the low 90s, there'll still be a few around with that southeasterly wind flow. So we'll count on a few showers this evening, and then fair, and then a few showers coming back tomorrow, not many. And then again on Thursday, similar conditions. Now we have a little upper level low moving by down to our south. It is tropical in nature. And when that happens, the air cools in the upper levels of the atmosphere 40 to 50,000 feet. And that at times can create some severe weather. So I think that'll be our best potential will be over the weekend, both on Friday, Saturday, and possibly even the Sunday. Here's the boating forecast. Looks good. Sea is pretty quiet out there. Sea is running 2 feet or less, a light chop. East winds 5 to 10. UV index will stay high. And the water temperature, bath warm, 89 degrees. High tide at 6:43, so just in a few minutes. Another one at 6:48 tomorrow morning. Isolated showers, mostly fair. Hopefully skies clear just in time for that International Space Station. Then partly cloudy tomorrow. Slight chance for showers late in the day. Should be nice throughout most of it. Heat index up near about 104. The extended forecast, it calls for more of the same Thursday. We moisten up a little bit on Friday. Better chances for storms on Saturday and Sunday. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. The community continues to show its support for local law enforcement in the wake of ambushes on police officers in both Dallas and Baton Rouge. The Bradenton Police Department posting these photos on its Facebook page today, saying thanks to the Manatee High School cheerleader squad. The team dropped by the department with a basket of treats along with a letter on a signed thank you note. BPD says all of its officers truly appreciate the girls' efforts. A local wildlife rehabilitation center receiving some recognition for its work. The eco-conscious website onegreenplanet.org ranking Wildlife Incorporated in Manatee County as the top wildlife rehab center in the United States. The site's rankings were based on devotion to wildlife, innovation, and involvement in the community. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we'll introduce you to an amazing Suncoast woman and her fan club.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, you can fly to Venice Theater to see Peter Pan on stage, plus a men's fashion show and the best sangria in Pappas.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Looks like we're getting another new neighbor.
Now you could be the millionaire next door. Play Monopoly Florida Edition scratch-off games with a top prize of $5 million. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Dog days of summer got you down? Beat the heat with huge summer savings during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll be the coolest family on the block in your all-new Chrysler Pacifica for just $27,999. Or get the lowest price ever on a new Dodge Journey, just $15,999. And right now, get up to $10,000 off a new Ram Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
It's time to meet another amazing Suncoast woman. She's a Manatee County resident who spends nearly every hour of every day giving to others. ABC 7's Linda Carson has more now. Linda?
When Tracy Swart was a kid, a neighborhood boy suffered brain damage in an automobile accident. As she watched him struggle to learn, she made up her mind to someday teach kids like him. And that's exactly what she does. Tracy Swart grew up in Manatee County, graduated from Manatee High School, and for the past 12 years she's been back there as the special education teacher.
I teach a ESC classroom that's mostly kids that have moderate to severe cognitive disabilities. We focus on both academics and functional skills for them to be as independent as possible when they graduate from high school.
Her students are ages 14 to 21.
In addition to the academics, we work on vocational skills, daily living skills, socialization, communication. We do cooking activities.
She also gets her students involved in school activities.
So they'll do the pregame meal for football. We do some peanut butter and jelly for the football team. We deliver coffee and tea for teachers in the morning.
She also tutors some of the Manatee High School football players.
Working with them to make sure that they're on track to graduate, as well as if they're potential college athletes, there are some different standards that they have to meet in order to play college sports.
The football players have gotten to know her special needs students and formed friendships with them. She says the football players learn a lot from her students.
The students in my class have, impacted them and made a difference in their lives.
And she's house mother to 2 young men, ages 26 and 27, who have Down syndrome.
One of the boys was a former student, and I was friends with his mom, and she was looking for a roommate for him in the house that she had provided. Found a roommate, and then they needed somebody to kind of stay.
She's been living with them for 5 years now. She says they have a great camaraderie, and she keeps them involved in community activities.
They've gone to prom, we've gone to homecoming, football games. They do the battle of the classes when they participate. And so they're a true part of the school, and it's to see the interaction between the typical kids and the kids in my class. And it's a really neat acceptance.
And her life lesson?
Each individual has unique abilities that make the world a better place, and that finding each person's abilities or skill is paramount to that.
Tracy says her greatest joy is watching her students each reach their own individual potential. And she is so dedicated to these kids, and she helps them grow up to their potential.
You can tell she's doing just that.
Yes, she is.
Manatee County's lucky to have her. Linda, thank you. World News Tonight with David Muir is next, live from Philadelphia. Our next news at 7.